Main menu is always so fucking loud. And the scrolls have foretold of black wings in the cold that when brothers wage war come unfurled. Alduin, the bane of kings. That was a good song. Our time now, 45 minutes. Wait. We'll pause recording till
Hey,
we get
you. You're finally awake.
Alright. I'm mostly using the stopwatch to determine when I should stop going. So if it's like
Look at him. General
it's like
Tully's the
5 to
military
7
governor,
minutes away
and
before
it
I
looks
complete
like
a
the
dungeon, I'm just not
Dalmor are
gonna do
with
that
him.
dungeon.
Damn elves. I bet they
I'll
had something
either
to
do
do with
something
this.
else or yeah, pretty much. Anyways,
This is Helgen. I used to be sweet on a girl from here. Wonder if Vilod is still making
this
that
is like
mead
for
with
what
juniper berries mixed in.
age
Funny. When I was a boy,
sword
imperial walls and towers used to make me feel so safe.
review.
Who are they, Daddy? Where are they going?
So after crossing out a few possibilities, mage, spell sword, or bowman, I'm thinking spell sword most likely, which is going to be a bit different than what might think. My form of spell sword is very unique, should I put it. Um, it's kind of hilarious how I actually do it, but it's kind of a mix between mage and swordsmanship. So it's kind of like a full-blown mage and swordsman at the same time. So I can probably focus on all of them because I can get level 50 archery right off the bat using Fendel. Okay, yeah, so I know what I'm going to do. It's,
Who are those?
so it's off by like a minute. Okay.
Get these prisoners out of the carts! Move it!
Why are we stopping?
Why do you think? End of the line. Let's go. Shouldn't keep the gods waiting for us.
No, wait! We're not rebels!
Face your death with some courage.
You've got to tell them! We weren't with you! This is a mistake!
Step towards the block when we call your name. One at a time!
Empire loves their damn lists.
Ulfric Stormcloak, Jarl of Windhelm.
You can hear the aggression in his
Yes,
voice as
being
he
an
says
honor,
that.
Jarl Ulfric.
Ralof of Riverwood. Lokir of Rorikstead. No, I'm not a rebel! You can't do this!
Halt!
You're not gonna kill me!
Archers! Anyone else feel like running?
Wait. You there. Step forward.
There we go.
Who are you?
Okay, so do I want to be immune to magic? Do I want to... Let me think. Do I want extra money, be immune to magic, have a high grade? So, for my spell sword, high elf might be actually extremely useful. Not in the way you might think, but I can only deactivate it once, which kind of weakens it greatly. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to need a lot of money, which means Imperial. I can use Wish of the Emperor to calm enemies, skillful combat and magic. You know, Imperials might be the best. I never really heard it, so
You're a long way from
I
the
had that one off
Imperial
the top of
Assembly.
my head.
What are you doing in Skyrim? Captain, what should we do? He's not on the list.
Forget the list. He goes to the block.
By your orders, Captain. I'm sorry. We'll make sure he remains
Anyways,
on the tongue to Cyrodiil.
for once I'm not going to be a
Follow the
sneaky
captain,
boy.
prisoner.
I can be a sneaky boy later. Actually, I'll use Steedstone anyways. So
Ulfric's your
Steedstone
cook.
make so when you wear
Some
armor,
here in Helgen call
your
you a
armor
hero,
weight
but
actually
a
affects
hero
how much
doesn't use
stamina
a
it
power
costs to
like the voice
sprint,
to
use
murder his
power
king and
attacks.
usurp his throne.
It also determines how fast you walk.
You
The
started this
Steedstone,
war,
while not
plunged
removing the
Skyrim into
actual weight of the
chaos,
armor, makes
and
it
now
so
the
you're
Empire is going to
unconditioned,
put you down
meaning
and
the weight
restore
doesn't
the
affect your
peace.
movement, stamina, or any of that stuff, or even attack speed.
What was that?
But the crazy thing
Nothing.
is what most people
Carry
don't know,
on.
but this also affects
Yes,
weapons.
General Tullius.
You know, you
Give
swing
them their
a
last
10-pound
rites.
sword faster than a
As we
7-pound sword,
commend your
obviously.
souls to Aetherius,
But with the
blessings of the
Steedstone,
8
you
divines
swing your
upon
For the
you.
10-pound
love of
sword as
Talos,
fast as a
shut up
0-pound
and let's
sword,
get this over with.
Learn our as you
which is just
wish.
as fast as the bound blade, which is 3 times faster than most
Come on!
commonly
I
used
haven't
swords
got
in the
all
beginning of the
morning.
game, like Steel Sword, Silver Sword. It's up to 3 times faster.
My ancestors are smiling at me,
But the thing
Imperial.
is this also
Don't
works
you
with
say the
heavy
same?
weapons. So basically, the speed of your attacks is completely determined by the kind of weapon you use. Daggers would always be faster than swords still, so it's daggers, swords, battle axes. Wait, battle axes? No, war axes, maces,
As
then great
feared
swords,
death
then battle
as he
axes,
was.
then war hammers.
Next, the renegade from Cyrodiil.
Hey, I'm a fucking renegade.
Here it is again. Did you hear that?
I said, next prisoner.
Maybe a
To the block,
maverick,
prisoner.
not a
Nice and easy.
renegade.
What in oblivion is that?
Dragon.
Sentries. What do you see?
Fuck you, I'm out.
Just need to... Hammy, you need to get over here! Now!
So if I want the absolute most money, which is what I'm going to need in order to abuse Fendel to the maximum extent, I'm going to have to go through. Helgen key this way. Meet with Ralof instead. His Imperial armor is intrinsically more valuable.
We'll meet again in Sodengard, brother. Looks like we're the only ones who made it. That thing was a dragon, no doubt. Just like the children's stories and the legends. The harbingers of the end times. We better get moving. There you go. May as well take... Here. Won't be needing it anymore. All right. Get that
So,
axe
if
on
I'm
the
not
swing.
mistaken, it gives you anywhere from a 5 to 30% increase in bonus gold. But the problem is it
See about
can
that
also
gate.
work in the opposite direction, meaning it's possible to find 5 to 30% less gold than normal. So it's kind of a thing that, you want to test your luck. But the thing is you open so many chests, and more often than not, they're going to have already bad loot. And the best thing is it only affects gold value. So there's a chance that you'll find gold in chests that typically won't have it. It only affects things like storage elements.
Get away! Oh, not so fast.
Maybe one of these Imperials had the key.
New tactics? Yeah. So Imperial swords have the same exact stats as Seal swords.
You won't leave Helgen alive.
there's something in this cage. Ah, it's locked. See if you can get it open with some picks. Might need that gold once we get out. Grab anything useful and let's go.
So if I'm really going to want to go this map, I'm not going to want to get to the Sparks magic.
Orders are to wait until General Tullius
The reason why you
arrives.
stand right there is faster and heavy armor when you jump is because your encumbrance doesn't affect you when you're in midair for some reason. That's better. reason why I'm grabbing the spider eggs is because they're a necessary component for lockpicking potions. And you never know true lockpicking until you've broken one of those potions to the extent that the moment you open the lock, you can instantly lockpick master locks with 0 skill. I use that so I can legendary lockpick, and lockpicking is probably the easiest thing. The legendary might
Come on,
just
hurry
has
up.
conversion magic.
Hold up. There's something. See her? Her right now. Let's try to sneak by.
All this value, all 200 pounds of it, I think. I don't know, I call it pounds because I'm American, but I don't know. 200 leaves, 200 pounds, 200, I don't even remember what the European, isn't it like, I know I've heard it before. I only know the lead because I just happened to heard that one again after a long time in Death Battle. Anyways, I probably shouldn't go that way.
Never should have come here.
Execute. I love the execution mechanic. Basically, even if they have a lot of health, after racking up enough damage in a fast enough period of time, it just insta-kills the enemy. I think it's like if you do half an enemy's health, uh, well, current health, within, within like 0.75 seconds, it just insta-kills the enemy. So if you do like half a dragon's health, you'll just insta-kill it instead. It'll cause an execute. It'll cause a kill cam to happen. This one's always different. This is how I grind restoration early game.
You picked a bad time to get lost, friend.
I should have chosen Mage Stone, but I think I only need to
You're a
level up.
fool to fight me. I'll skin you alive. Die, damn
I think it's low enough. I equip Novicehood, and I unequip Novicehood and re-equip it, which gives me 30 bonus points. Which, basically, if you have... your mana can't go beneath 0. But the thing is I'll just show it to you.
Pray to Stendar while you can.
So it doesn't go beneath 0, and it goes back up.
I'll skin you alive. Gonna rip you open. I fought worse than you.
And because I'm in heavy armor, I'll swap heavy and light armor to get more points. Can't get me now, bitch! My friends like to make jokes because just a single glance and I can tell something, I can climb up something in games like Sea of Thieves, which are definitely not meant for parkour. Anyways, I'll be back, bitch! We'll just return back to where he was there. I gotta go kill the wolf over here. How do you take damage? That's the better question. I never struck him. Oh, he must have killed the wolf. Did he die? I hope he didn't die. But anyways, you can do the same thing with stamina as well.
A dragon! I saw a dragon! Well, one of us has to do something.
I said no. No adv-
Well, I don't know what you. Yeah, an ornament. You could? I've got some coin coming in from my last shipment. It's yours if you bring my claw back. Take a look.
It's time to make Fendo my follower to get the most broken way to get levels in all of Skyrim.
Did I see you talking to Sven? Maybe not. He thinks an intelligent, beautiful woman like her wouldn't fall for that nonsense. I've been thinking, could you give her this letter and say it's for Sven?
I think I kind of broke it because I don't think I was supposed to level up before. That may be fine.
The sooner you find the claw, the sooner our lives...
Where the fuck's Camilla?
This way. Another What's the... You can tell Sven that he already has a lot.
Tell me as soon as you've given... I appreciate your help. Please, lead the way. I'm right behind you. I'll show you what I know. What do you want me to carry? I'll show you what I know. What do you want me to carry?
Yeah, I fucked up. Because I leveled up. That was the mistake I did. Otherwise, I would have been able to break it completely. Or I could infinitely level up to max in the beginning. Alright, Fendo, you stay here.
I'll head back home if you need me.
Oh, wait.
Divine smile on you. Lead the way. Still here. What do you want me to carry?
I need that. 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 I'll take those.
Lead on. I'll head back home if you need.
I need to talk to Albor.
Whatever. Blades, helmets, pretty much anything to suit your
I need
needs.
Conundum Ingot. I'm not high enough level in order to get it. I need one leather. See if you have anything particularly good. No, not really.
This way. Those thieves must be...
So now I'm level 2.
Real new to Riverwood? Here's a key.
And with this. So the higher the level you are when speaking to her, the more valuable the loot you can get.
There is something the Jarl need. We need to get word to Jarl Balgruuf in Whiterun to send whatever troops
So
he can.
if you do not
If you'll
listen
do
to
that
this,
for me,
it'll be
I'll be in
glitched
your
and you
debt.
won't get the quest to go to Whiterun. And this quest will be stuck in your inventory forever. Now before the storm can actually be completed. Because typically when you skip dialogue, it just gives you the quest immediately, but it doesn't do that on this one, weirdly enough. And they never fix that. Never will, probably. If you want to know, Fendel's house is that one right there. I think he has a
The
spell.
sooner you... Some may call this junk. Me, I call them treasures.
Nope, he's got nothing good in here. Uh-huh. Use Oak Thatch. Problem is I'm going to need... Oh, it makes 4. I didn't even have to buy the leather.
You looking for a new blade?
This is what I wanted to make, but I didn't want to make the adventurers one because increases character capacity, increases stamina. Stamina is good if you're looking to constantly power attack, but you know you don't really need to do that because you need to put points into stamina anyways. Because each time you put a point in stamina, it increases 5 points of parry rate. I want to get the mage back because when you get mana, it's just mana. The problem is mana recovers based off your maximum mana. Add a piece of gear that gives you bonus of 1,000,000 mana, you'll regenerate, I think it's 5% of. It takes the same period of time to regenerate your mana.
Out of my way.
The only difference is how much it regenerates at once. Your full mana regenerates in, I think, something like a minute and a half. And so if you have 1,000,000 mana, you'll recover that 1,000,000 mana in a minute and a half. If you have 100 points of mana, you'll recover that 100 points of mana in a minute and a half. Your mana regen is completely based off your total mana.
Only stole Lucan's
Uh,
golden claw. I mean, we have plenty of things in the shop. Lucan found
Anyways, she wants me to go to Greek Falls Girl. I'm not going to go there yet, because then I can't get the map that shows where dragons die. I gotta go to Whiterun first. So, most people don't know this, but the map that's on the table with Delphine and Farengar, if you do it early, Delphine doesn't spawn. And because of that, you won't get the map of Dragon Barrels, because first you have to talk to Fendel, and if you immediately just give it to him, it won't work. The only other method to do so is to get it, go talk to Fendel, say, I'll be right back, basically. I don't even think it gives you the option to do that. I think it railroads you into giving it to him immediately. The map of Dragon Barrels is necessary because how you find dragon spawn points, which I don't know exactly where they're at, is you look on the map and look for the closest mountain peak. On that mountain peak is where the dragon's going to spawn. That's where the dragon's loot is, that's where its word power is. And another thing, if you really want to, those spawns you can actually check and see if the dragon has spawned yet. You'll go to the mountain, and if it's dug in, then that means that the dragon has spawned and is at the top of the mountain. If it hasn't, that means you get free reign off of its loot before it spawns in, and you can get the word of power without fighting it, which is really neat and particularly useful. I'm gonna die here in a second. I want to get that ending strike because I hate the patronizing. Nature gives you a patronizing voice.
To run off.
You look strong.
You handle yourself well. An order of war, and we show up to solve problems. Not for me, the old man's. If you go to him.
Anyways, don't do companions quests right off the bat. Wait until you're at least like level 15. Otherwise, you're gonna have a major problem. Companions is one of the hardest starter quests you can come across. It's not hard at first, but the Silver Blade are outrageously strong for bandits. Because while most bandits use iron swords, they have lower stats. Silver Hands wear steel plate armor, which, if I was to go on the armor tree, is on a comparative level to fucking ebony. Which basically means you're fighting someone that has better equipment than anyone else in the entire game. Here's advanced armors, and it is comparable to. Let me see. So it's 1, 2 points up out of 4. So 1, 2. So it's comparable. So it's in between ebony and orcish. But the thing is, you have to remember that steel plate armor is also a heavy armor. Scaled is light armor. Steel plate is heavy armor, meaning it's comparable in between orcish and ebony armor. which it's a heavy armor you get only from going up the light armor route, which is weird. But the reason why is because it's lighter than typical steel armor, meaning it takes less stamina to power attack. They sprint faster, they recover stamina faster. They take less stamina to power attack. They take less stamina to sprint, they sprint faster. And on top of that, bandits naturally have a bonus to heavy armor, even though they almost always wear light armor. Their heavy armor skills naturally higher.
Halt. City's closed with the dragons about. Fine. But we'll be keeping an eye on you.
It's just. And not only that, Silverhand all have elite stats, meaning their stats, each and every single one of them is comparable to like a bandit cap, is comparable to like a marauder bandit. Which is really, really fucking weird. So they're basically all elite troops, and then you have full plate Silverhands, which are basically the equivalent of bandit chiefs. And you have to count the fact that there are multiple of those guys in every single dungeon you fight them. And you're not even supposed to fight bandit chiefs until level 10. Multiple of them, you're going to want to wait until at least like level 15. It's just stupid. I'll read it on my way out.
Once I've made enough money trading with the Khajiit, before I met one of the caravan leaders. You do that? If you find one, I could teach you.
So you have to get this quest right after coming in here. Because if you, let's say, do anything, there's a likelihood chance that if you just wait too long before talking to her, you'll lose that quest. And while she does.
What's the meaning of this interruption? Jarl Balgr, as House Carl, my job is to deal with. You know about Helgen?
Who's this then? So, you were at Helgen. You saw this dragon with your own. I should have guessed Ulfric would be mixed up in this. What do you say now, Proventus? Shall we continue to trust in the strength of our walls against the dragon?
My lord,
After I get this quest,
send troops to
I'm going
Riverwood
to
at once. It's in the most immediate danger. If that dragon is lurking in the mountains.
As a provocation, he'll assume preparing to join Ulfric's side and attack him. We should
Enough!
not
Stand idly by while the dragon burns my gold and slaughters my people.
I love this guy's voice. I think, if I'm not mistaken, the same guy who voice acted him also voice acted Emperor Proventus, I think is his name.
That would be best. Here. There. Come. Let's go find.
So now I have two quests for Brief Fallsboro, Golden Call and this one.
Come to Dragon's Reach to discuss the ongoing hostilities, like the rest of the great warriors? It seems this damnable conflict. Take a look.
Just enough.
You know, if you've got...
Torturer's Hood is a unique HUD, because this is actually completely unique. It's a reskin of the Thieves Guild HUD. It's a completely and utterly unique HUD, and the best part is it has 1 point base extra light armor bonus compared to other light armors. And while it doesn't match compared to the Imperial armor, which is already better than leather armor by like a few points. So in actuality, Torturer's Hood is the best early game light armor you can get. and because it's a hood, it also weighs less. Helmets typically weigh light armor helmets, like the Imperial helmet, typically weigh 5 weight, which means that it's actually better for a sneak build in the beginning, because the less weight you have, the less noise you make. So, uh, armor noise is determined by a few things. The first one being weight, and the second one being how fast you move. Jumping causes more noise than walking, and sprinting causes more noise than jumping.
So the Jarl.
And
Well,
obviously,
when
you
I
have
say
slow
fetch,
walk.
I really mean straight to the. I go to Bleak Falls Barrow, find this tablet, no doubt interred in the main chamber, and bring it to me.
This is a
Simplicity
priority
itself.
now. Anything
Off
we
to
can
Bleak
use to
Falls
fight this
Barrow with
dragon.
you, the Jarl.
And that is it.